Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I do my everyday makeup look. It's pretty easy, like it's not that special, but a lot of people want to see it. So here it is. And if you want to see how I got it, well, cause like it's what I'm wearing right now, which makes sense. It'd be weird if it's not what I was wearing. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on doing what you're doing. So there's levels to each of the stages of this everyday look. It can be toned down or built up. It's already primed. I always use this to prime. This one's empty. I have to get a new one. When my body is about this shade, I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick foundations. I have ivory and honey, and I like to just mix them both. I basically do ivory in the center of my face and then honey on the outer part of my face, and I basically just end up mixing them together depending on my skin tone, or if I've used some sort of a tanning product. When I'm at my palest, I've been using the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. Oh my god, this is so dirty. I've been using the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in light 43 warm. Oh, actually, I've been loving this Ofra Absolute Cover Silk Peptides foundation in number 4, but I like to mix it with this Revlon Color Stay one that I mixed myself. This is probably my go-to. I'll mix it up on the back of my hand, apply it with a flat brush, and then buff it out with my Real Techniques makeup sponge. I'm gonna go in with these today, and we're gonna buff it out with a brush. Not like a crap ton. Like every day makeup, I like to do pretty light. And then I'm gonna go in with honey, the outer part of my face. And I'm just gonna buff that shit in. And to buff it in, I'm going to use this Furless Cosmetics brush. This is a big ass brush. Usually when I buff out foundation, I use my Real Techniques makeup sponge, but for these, I don't really like using a sponge. So I'm going to use the NYX HD concealer in CW4, the yellow one from NYX, and then this concealer by Anastasia in 0.5. I'm just gonna mix those all up with my Dose of Colors concealer brush. Okay, so what did I say this was? Yeah, so the Dose of Colors concealer brush, I'm just gonna go in, lay down concealer. I pretty much always go hard with the concealer because I have very dark circles. Trust me, the camera makes them look a lot better than they are. Trust me. And then I tend to get shadows along the side. Dude, come on. It's a joke. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I tend to get shadows. Well, I'm not gonna say a prominent nose, but the distance between the end of my nose to my under eye is quite deep, I guess. So I tend to get shadows along the sides of my nose that can make it look a lot larger than it actually is. So I like to really highlight the sides of my nose. Throw a little bit of that there. And then just for continuity, center of the forehead and a little bit on my chin. Right, so let's address these little inconveniences. I'm going to use that same NYX, what is this? What is it? CW4? Yeah, but it has a name. Beige, it's just beige. The NYX Beige Concealer to cover up any little areas where I need a little more coverage. Honestly, most days I don't even do this. And then I'm just gonna take that same little side of the makeup sponge and blend it out really lightly. Okay, now I'm going to take the other side. I'm gonna take this side of my sponge and I'm going to just push everything in. Because for every day, I don't really like it when I have just a ton of foundation laying on my face, you know? So in case I've laid down a little too much foundation, this will pick it up. Probably should have done this before I went in and tried to conceal those spots, but whatever. I like to do my brows before I go in with any powder, and I'm just gonna do it really light. I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown for the most part. Most days I don't go in with a concealer afterwards to clean them up, so I try to be precise, but I'm really just filling them in so that they look, a bit more even. I'm not trying to slay a brow right now. See? Better, more shape. I don't look as confused. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer in 0.5, and I'm gonna focus it along the sides of my nose and underneath my eye. Kind of where you can see the shadow here. It's really like, it gets really dark under here and then in here. I just wanna brighten that up a bit. Looks like a lot, I pinky swear it's not. Okay, I'm gonna use these two palettes to set my under eyes. This is from Lunatick Cosmetic Labs. This guy right here. And the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D Beauty. And I'm going to use this light yellow shade from Lunatick Labs and these two shades from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. And for that, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. blush brush. Okay, I'm gonna place a little bit of that in the other areas that I put concealer, where I highlighted, so between my eyebrows and my chin. All right, so now I'm gonna set my face with this Gallany Second Skin Powder Foundation in number 10. I know it looks really, really light, but it just, I don't know, it sets on my face much darker than it looks in the pan. Keep that in mind if you're gonna buy it. And I'm gonna use my trusty Makeup Weapons 1.1 brush. This thing's huge, it sets your face in like 2 seconds. I like this because it's really lightweight, but it offers a little extra coverage if you want it. Sometimes I use the Kat Von D translucent powder if I don't want any extra coverage, like if I'm just going for, you know, just like a very, 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 very natural look. And it also has a little bit of pearl in it, so it gives your skin like a really nice luminous glow. I find that with this as well though. It's a demi matte finish, so it's not gonna make you look like really cakey. That's why I like it. I'm gonna take a little bit of that around my eyes. I usually go like way too light on my eyes, and then I kind of like darken it up like as I go. Okay, so my favorite bronzer is a bronzer that I made myself. It's a combination of face powders, bronzers, foundations, eyeshadows. That's probably it, but I just kept it in this little thing, and I just put them all in here, and then I like mashed it up and mixed it so that I could get like my perfect color. And I love it. It's perfect. I love it so much. So this is what I'm going to use to bronze. And I'm going to use my Dose of Colors powder blush brush. Alright, so depending on the day, typically I will just bronze. I won't do any contours. But I am going to contour, and when I do, I like to use the Shade and Light palette. And I usually mix either these two shades or all three. It depends. Like if I want to go a little bit harder, I use this one as well. Kat Von D, I don't know what my cheekbones would do without you. For real. Okay. My camera just like got really hot and had to cool down. Oh yeah, I was gonna contour my nose. And I'm going to use the Shade and Light palette. I'm gonna use this cooler tone right here when I'm really, really tan. Well, when I have a tan on, I can get away with using this because it's actually quite warm for me. I've talked about this before. I'm super fair. I'm very olive. It doesn't work when, you know, I'm at my natural skin tone. So when I do that, I use something else that I mixed myself, and I'm going to talk about that in a different video. But to contour today, I'm going to use the PE1 brush from Furless Cosmetics. And we're just gonna define that bit, bro. So I'm gonna kind of like go in and just lay it out, and then I'm gonna blend it in. I need a smaller Alright, I use a few different blushes. Lately I've been obsessed with this blush by Marc Jacobs. This is the Air Blush in Flesh and Fantasy. And it's just like such a neutral shade. It goes with like any look. It doesn't really look like you're wearing a blush. It's kind of like an extension of your bronzer. And I'm going to use my Makeup Weapons 1.2 brush. Alright, for everyday highlight, my go-to is of course Becca Moonstone. Can't go wrong, literally the best. I think it was the first highlight that I ever bought. And it will never fail me, ever. And to apply, I always use my Dose of Colors setting powder brush. I know it's a setting brush, but I like it. I like it to use for highlighter. So my friend uses this brush for foundation. To each their own. You go out and you break the rules. Oh shit, I think I still have a little bit of something else on here. Boom. I love this because you can build it up, or you can like tone it down and make it look natural. I built it up a little bit too. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with my lips. Before I even start my eyeshadow, like I don't understand my routine. And for real, the NYX, it's the NYX lip pencil in nude beige. I can't get rid of this guy. I really just need to order more. I'm gonna sharpen it too. It's becoming like really difficult to sharpen. Do you want to see a video on how I overlay my lips? Somebody mentioned it a while ago. Let me know. So for every day, I like to just line them, and then I'll kind of pat it out, and then just go in with a little bit of lip balm, because then it just kind of looks like your lips, but better. Gives them a little bit of definition, but then you don't have like anything really on your lips that you have to worry about, like reapplying or if you eat or anything like that. To be honest, my base got a little bit away from me. I don't usually do like this hard on a regular day. I tone it down a little bit, but you know. Okay, so for my eyes, I like to use the, I have a few of these brushes, the MAC 217, I have a few, I have some from like Cosmetics, just any blending brush, any like natural bristle blending brush. Honestly, I just go in with this cool tone from the Shade and Light palette again. I'm just gonna throw this in the crease, just kind of like blend it out, not being super precise. I mean, I just like I wanna focus on blending here. I'm not really trying to like build up a ton of product. Like that's it, that's all I do. I use like a minimal amount of product and I really buff it out so that it's not heavy in any area. I'm really just adding a tiny bit of definition. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna show you two different options for lashes. I need to fix my nose. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so most days I'll just curl my lashes and apply a few coats of mascara, which is really odd. I never used to do that. I used to wear falsies like every single day. But anyway, if I do go in with falsies, then I love to use I can't pick them up. I love to use the Kiss lashes in the style Ritzy. These ones are a little dirty. We've got a little glue on them, but they're so amazing. They are the perfect everyday lash. So I'm going to use my, oh shit, who is this from? Oh, it's Makeup Weapons. My Makeup Weapons lash curler. I love this, it's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Gallany Cosmetics First Class Lash Mascara. This is my favorite. They are coming out with a new mascara wand, which is the one that I have. This is actually a tester. I like to do like a really light coat when I do this. My face when I apply mascara is ridiculous. And then just like the tiniest amount, the outer part of my lower lashes. I swear to God, this video is gonna be so long. All I do when I do talk throughs, I just talk the whole freaking time. Like it takes such a long time. Anyway, it takes a long time for me to do my makeup on any day when I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not gonna talk to you guys. It's ridiculous. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, whenever I apply lashes, I like to do at least a little bit of like black shadow along my lash line, because I like to use the black lash glue and it just hides it better. I'm gonna use the black from the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, and to apply that, I'm going to use the Makeup Weapons. I've been using so many Makeup Weapons brushes, like I didn't even realize how many I use. Okay, so I should do that more often. Why don't I do that more often? That's so stupid. Okay, so I just take it and then I just line. This is difficult to do now that I'm wearing mascara, but I just line my eye as close as I can to the lash line. So I'm gonna use the Duo Dark Tone Lash Glue, and I'm gonna go in. We're gonna go in. You'd be well advised to wait a little bit longer than I had. Favorite setting spray ever. Oh, okay. It doesn't smell like anything. Oh, that is upsetting. That's upsetting. I look like a mushroom head. All right guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you learned something new, or this helped you in any way, or perhaps you found it at all entertaining. I don't know. I had a good time. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, leave any suggestions down below in the comments, and be sure to subscribe. All right guys, I'll see you soon. I'm hungry, I need to have lunch. So now I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of, I always squint, I'm always squinting. Like I used to put, in high school, I don't even wanna do how I did my high school makeup. I don't wanna do it. I literally can't. I can't, it hurts too bad. All right, let's contour this nose. Sometimes I use it. I ate what was left of a jar of Nutella today. I don't want to talk about it. Sometimes I kill my lash application. Other days, I do not.